Good morning everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dubai or Not Dubai. You requested on my Instagram that I do a day in the life vlog, so I'm going to do a day in the life and also put in some facts, figures and numbers just about global comparisons currently within the property market and within the property world. So it is currently 7:10. We are heading to the office in Marina Plaza, so let's go. Here is like the cafe space where you can come and work and also like eat, and then this is the beautiful view. Weirdly, it's actually very grey today, which is slightly depressing, but very pretty view. So we are now making our way to Palm. We just did a bit of admin in the office. The reason why we're going to Palm is because we're going to Marina Residences to grab some photos with the photography team to then put up a listing, which is hopefully going to go live today. Now, I did briefly touch upon the fact that I wanted to do a little bit of something different in this video, and this is something that is very interesting to a lot of people. A lot of people deem Dubai to be really expensive, but actually when you compare it to other cities across the world and globally, it's not actually as expensive as you think. So what I'm going to do is compare the space that you can get with $1 million from Dubai in comparison to other cities across the world. So once we get to Marina Res, I'll show you around, and when we're back to the office, we'll go over some numbers. Okay, so we've just made it inside the apartment. I can't show you the inside because it is currently tenanted, but take a look at the view that this beautiful apartment has. We are on the Palm in Marina Residences. It's a stunning 2-bedroom apartment, really spacious, and I mean, just take a look at that. Hey guys, we made it back from Marina Residences from taking photos, so hopefully that listing will be able to go up and go live today. Now, I said I'd touch upon some numbers behind me. This is basically a global statistic comparison for what you can get for $1 million in comparison from London, Dubai and then New York. Obviously we're mainly focusing on Dubai. These numbers are going to show you why Dubai is still a good investment, and also it's just quite interesting. The facts and statistics happen from 2014 to now last year in 2024. So in London you could get 23 square meters for $1 million. In Dubai it was 188, and in New York it was 33. So obviously this number stands out massively because it is so much higher than the others. Now, back in 2014 it was obviously a very different market and very different environment. However, moving forward and fast forwarding on to 2024, obviously this has changed drastically with Dubai. So yes, you can get more for your money, but people will look at this and be like, however, you have to think about it on the flip side, that properties have appreciated that much, that it is that much more expensive to now invest in Dubai because of the appreciation that we've seen, and it is likely that this number will continue to drop, or it will level out and stay consistent because of where the property market is, and we are due a correction within the property market. Now, very interestingly, London is increased by 43%, which obviously tells us that the market is not booming, and there hasn't been a massive high percentage of increase in property appreciation in London in comparison to Dubai. Now, interestingly, for New York, it is pretty much stayed exactly the same, which is very interesting, and it's obviously only increased by 2%. So the main focus of this is just to basically look at how much the property appreciation has increased from 2014 to 2024. Yes, this number is in a minus, however it makes sense that it is, and it should give people peace of mind that the property markets continue to increase from this number to this number. So now our plan of action for today is we need to send out some more market reports to a couple of clients. Now, a lot of you will use something called DBX Interact, where you can go online, you can filter a community, and then it comes up with all the transactions that have happened. However, this is called Property Monitor, and not everyone has access to it, and not all companies pay for their brokers to be able to use this. However, this is super key when it comes to differentiating between units and why the pricing is slightly different. Obviously, as you can see, I'm using Port de la Mer as an example on this graph here. There is a quite big gap in between active listing prices and actual transaction prices. But what we're mainly looking at here is, obviously you can see the specifics of the building, which you'd be able to see in DBX Interact. You can see what they've sold for. However, the part that we're super interested in is obviously the unit numbers. Here and on this software as real estate brokers, we can see the actual unit number that is sold for the specific amount. In this instance, if you were on DBX Interact, you'd be looking at this saying, why has this 2-bed sold for 4.1 and this 2-bed only sold for 2.9? But I know, and I can tell you because I have Property Monitor, that this one is actually on the 1st floor, this is on the 5th floor, this is Marina View, this is Community View. But without access to this, you would be able to take an educated guess. But if you're looking for specific units with specific views, it's really easy for us to filter down and also value your property at the correct price in accordance to the recent transactions. We are officially finishing up for the day, real estate wise. It's about 5:15. I have one more meeting with a UK investor who is currently here. We're looking at investing in off-plan, potentially Ras Al Khaimah and Maritime City. We're also interested about touching base in terms of a ready property or off-plan resale in Port de la Mer. So we're going to discuss lots about that, hopefully secure the off-plan units, and then maybe potentially show him a couple of things in Port de la Mer and also potentially Palm Jumeirah. So let's see how that goes. After that, we're actually going to unwind and relax and go to a couple dance classes, so that'll be super fun. But in the meantime, let's go and do this meeting. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you next week.